morning. Let's go ahead and get started for today's press conference. What a fantastic day this is. It's really a day of celebration as we're excited about the rollout of these new carts to this great city. So I'm Jeff Myers. I'm the Development Director for the Recycling Partnership. And I'm just going to say a few brief words, and we're going to invite our great guests, and thank you, Mayor, for attending. We really appreciate your time. I want to start by recognizing the Central Virginia Waste Management Authority. So thank you, including Kim Hines, in their role in really championing this project and helping it to go forward in partnership with the City of Richmond. So what a fantastic partnership, and we're so pleased. I also want to take a moment to thank our funding partners who helped with the grant for the city, and we have at least two of those present today, so thank you, Coca-Cola, for coming, as well as Midwest Vaco. So just great companies that are excited about helping communities get stronger and more sustainable long term. So definitely excited. Recycling is not only good for the environment, it's also good for the bottom line. And there are economic benefits that you're going to hear about today, and it's not just an environmental story, it's also an economic story. And so these carts are more than just carts. They're really signs of hope for the city, of a brighter future and a more sustainable future. And we hope that you'll just enjoy celebrating today this great accomplishment for this project getting kicked off. And so I'm going to start our press conference by welcoming up Michael Benedetto. He's our president of TFC Recycling, and please welcome Michael.
Thank you, Jeff, and thank you everybody for coming here today. Mayor, without your support, this would not be happening. And it's so wonderful to see the capital of our great Commonwealth to be embracing recycling and sustainability. So thank you so much for that effort. And Kim Hines and the Central Virginia Waste Management Authority and the Recycling Partnership, all the folks that are here today, thank you very much. I'm fortunate in having been born into a recycling family, and we started this company up here back in the late 1990s when bins were being used for recycling. And we used to hear from residents all the time that the material would blow out and get wet and it wasn't big enough. And switching to a 95-gallon cart really takes us into the 21st century of recycling. And not only is it good for the environment, but we're also creating jobs and we're generating tax dollars, which are two important things for our community. This is holding 5 times the capacity of those little small 18-gallon bins, and so people will be using it. And then we're also able to have a win-win scenario with the Recycling Perks program that we're offering to residents, where we can actually recognize people that are recycling by giving them a reward that they can use locally in the community to generate tax dollars and create that economic incentive. This facility we built in 2001. It's on 16 acres of land. It used to be a site that was owned by Shoesmith Brothers, where they were mining the clay to use for alternative daily cover. And it's kind of ironic to me that we turned it from something that was supporting a landfill to something that now is saving space in landfills. So thank you everybody for your effort. And I'm going to turn it over to Mayor Dwight C. Jones, the mayor of the city of Richmond, and thank you very much.
Well, good morning, everyone, and thank you, Michael, for your remarks. And we're glad that everybody is here. And we're here to celebrate recycling and to kick off an important public-private partnership that's going to dramatically advance curbside recycling in the city and further reduce our carbon footprint. We've been very aggressive in Richmond, and we have worked very hard on our RVA Green Initiative, a roadmap to sustainability, and that's designed to help us achieve our desired goals and help us to continue building a better Richmond. In the past few years, we've accomplished a whole lot. We have introduced a hybrid and compressed natural gas vehicles for our fleet. We've placed solar-powered compactors and recycling receptacles along many of our busier streets, and we're steadily increasing our bike lanes because we have this little bike race coming in September that we're getting ready to. But even bigger than the bike race is the fact that we're interested in becoming more environmentally friendly. And so I'm pleased to announce today that every serviced household in the city of Richmond will receive one of these 95-gallon recycling roll carts, and that's going to allow the city to increase the current recycling rate by a projected 90%. That's big news, and I think that we should be very excited about that. Also excited about the educational campaign that goes along with this called Let's Roll, which is going to reinforce our commitment to recycling. And you know, recycling is nothing new for us in Richmond. We've had an active program in the city of Richmond for several years, and we've had a partnership with Central Virginia Waste Management Authority and TFC Recycling, and so we just continue that good work here today. As many of you know, we've been working hard to make recycling more convenient for Richmond residents, and as Michael has said, this certainly is going to make it more convenient. It's much easier than the little bins that we had to lug out to the curbside. And so we're already completing the distribution of recycling roll carts to almost 6,000 homes within the city. And in July, we're going to finish that, making sure that every household has one of these by the end of the year. And one of the ways we're incentivizing residents, as Michael has said, is the Recycle Perks piece, and we want that to be a very big piece of what we're doing. And so in conclusion, I just want to say that I'm proud that our city was selected by the Recycling Partnership as an inaugural city partner, and I want to thank our funding partners in this partnership: Mead Westvaco, Alcoa, American Chemistry Council, Coca-Cola, Novelis, to name a few, and also the Central Virginia Waste Management Authority and their relationship with TFC Recycling. We want to thank you very much. And so as I'm speaking of CVWMA, it's time for me to bring up this very attractive young lady, Kim Hines, who's going to give us her remarks. Kim?
Well, thank you, Mayor Jones. We truly value our longtime partnership with the City of Richmond. This exciting project is an excellent example of that collaboration at work to better the lives of Richmond residents and the residents of the entire region, while being good stewards of our environment and regional economy. On behalf of the Central Virginia Waste Management Authority, I am delighted to be here. This has been a long time coming, so we're very excited that this is going to be rolling out next month. I'd also like to recognize Cody Marshall and Jeff Myers from the Recycling Partnership, whose collaboration with us in the city is helping to make today possible. I'd also like to acknowledge our important collaborative relationship with TFC Recycling, and thank you to you all for hosting this press conference at the recycling facility. Today is truly a celebration of a collaborative public-private partnership that every resident should be proud of. It is part of a broader regional approach that CVWMA is taking to expand recycling access and education across our entire service area. We, along with our community partners, understand that recycling is an important city service that residents increasingly expect. However, we also understand that it is the start of a supply chain that feeds today's bottles, cans, and paper back into tomorrow's goods that line the shelves in our stores. Companies that need these materials back, and we're happy to help them get them. We are delighted to be on board as a partner on this project, and we are fully committed to improving recycling through education and through the cart rollout. We're thrilled that every eligible household in Richmond will have access to these 95-gallon recycling carts. We know that putting recycling on equal footing to trash collection is the #1 thing that a community can do to increase material diversion. And the city is doing that by rolling out the carts with a high-quality educational campaign and technical assistance resources to ensure that the right things are recycled in the cart. We hope that as residents in Richmond see the educational campaign, Let's Roll, around town, that they remember that recycling and Richmond are on a roll with the state-of-the-art recycling program, and that recycling more is an easy thing to do with lots of benefits for both our environment and our local recycling economy, which includes companies like Mead Westvaco and Coca-Cola, who are here today. So CVWMA, on behalf of all 13 of our member jurisdictions, is proud to help coordinate and implement the next step towards increased sustainability in the city of Richmond and region-wide. So now I'd like to invite Cody Marshall, who's the Technical Director of Recycling Partnership, to the podium to say a few words.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody. We're incredibly excited to be here. This is really, really great stuff. Richmond's been a great team. Thank you, Mayor Jones, the CVWMA team that's here, the Richmond Public Works team. It's been great. We've been working with each other for the past year. Like Kim said, I'm Cody. I'm with the Recycling Partnership. You may have known us as Curbside Value Partnership. We've been around for about 10 years, but I'm going to talk a little bit more about a more recent story of how we got to this point in this partnership with Richmond. About 2 years ago, we had a symposium in Atlanta where we invited retail, brands, processors, converters, everybody that's a part of the supply chain to discuss what we need to do to improve recycling in this country. And obviously, the local government is the beginning of that supply chain. So it's clear that we needed to do better and work closely with our local governments across the country. So what happened out of that symposium is these brands and processors, converters, recyclers stepped up and decided that they want to be a part of this. So what they're doing is providing grants to local governments, cities and counties to help support better infrastructure to improve their recycling programs to get more bottles, cans, and paper. So, oh man, I lost my notes here. Okay, there we go. So with Richmond, these partners have provided over $400,000 in grants to purchase the carts, but not just purchase the carts, provide education and operation support. One of those education pieces is this Let's Roll campaign. In collaboration with Richmond, we helped design the campaign, so citizens will start seeing this all over the place. They've already seen it for the first 6,000 carts at the beginning of the year, and they'll be seeing it tonight at the Squirrels game. So last year, out of 20 possible cities in the Southeast that we could have helped fund and partner with, we selected Richmond. And the reason we selected Richmond was because of their dedicated staff, strong partnership with CVWMA, a strong MRF and TFC recycling, and of course their support of elected officials. Without full buy-in from all the stakeholders from top to bottom, recycling programs cannot realize the full potential of their programs. The city of Richmond has all these pieces in place, and now the residents will be able to recycle more in a more convenient way and a better service. A lot of people think that maybe these carts aren't such a big deal, but they actually are. Richmond is bringing over roughly 60,000 carts to homes throughout the city. These RFID-enabled carts do two very simple things. More capacity, which we already talked about, but also the convenience allows more people that typically haven't participated in their program to participate. We're expecting roughly 7,000 additional tons to come out of this program, 7,000 tons a year that won't be going into the garbage anymore. That tonnage over 10 years equates to 338 million gallons of water, 143,000 metric tons of CO2, which is roughly 30,000 cars. And that raw material has a value of $6.5 million, which obviously TFC supports TFC and Richmond, CVWMA, and the community. This public-private partnership has become a movement, and the success in Richmond, along with our other partner cities, can be credited for accelerating this national movement toward bringing communities better recycling service and increasing recovery. Because of this great partnership with Richmond, more packaging companies have become interested in funding this program to fund more cities, and more cities are reaching out to us for support. They see the success here in Richmond, and they want to realize that success in their community. So lastly, just want to thank our funders again for bringing their resources to the table to be able to support programs like Richmond's. A couple of them today that have been mentioned, Coca-Cola and Midwest Vaco. And then the strong leadership from Richmond and CVWMA. It's really exciting to be a part of this team. We couldn't be happier. Thanks.
Fantastic. Hope you've enjoyed this morning. I'm going to wrap up with just two brief logistical points. The first is we're offering a tour for those that are interested. It's going to be a short tour We've asked that you come meet Tad over here standing at the conference room if you're interested in that tour, and he'll give you a briefing to make sure everyone's safe and has the right PPE. So I want to make sure you know about that. The second is the partnership has also stepped up and sponsored this evening's Squirrels game. So we're going to be doing some tailgating starting at 5 o'clock, and we'll hope you'll come and join us. We're also going to be handing out superhero capes. And hey, Grant, could you come up here and demonstrate here? We've got our models up here. So we're going to have superhero capes for all the kids, and they're going to be handing out 500 of these for the first 500 kids that come to this evening's Squirrels game. So we hope that you'll come join us. You guys can turn around, show them what the capes say. The recycling superheroes here, they're the star of the show. So please come join us tonight. And thank you again for coming. I think this is a great celebration. We've asked that our elected officials, as well as some of our companies, stick around for any photo ops and press opportunities immediately after this. So thank you again for coming, and just give everyone a round of applause.